Hello and welcome to another episode of Double J's List. I want to ask you first to like and subscribe if you like my content. I'd really appreciate that. I also like to apologize because it's been a long time since I've posted anything. We've had an unexpected death in the family, and it's really hit us all hard. And quite frankly, just haven't had the motivation to go out and make a video. So it's been a few weeks now, and we're doing a little bit better. I'll never be quite right, but anyway, I wanted to give an update on what's going on with the LX470 Toyota Land Cruiser 100 series. Since I have gotten the Bolt, I've been driving this a whole heck of a lot less, especially because gas prices have skyrocketed since the end of the pandemic, I guess, stage that we're in right now. And it's been kind of having a few more issues crop up. It's getting, after this past winter, winter's just beat up vehicles here in West York between the extreme temperatures and mostly the chemicals they use to remove ice from the roads just absolutely destroy everything. So got a new check engine light now for an evap issue, and when you're outside the truck you can smell gas. However, there's nothing leaking on the ground, which leads me to believe that there's probably some sort of rust-related leak at the top of the gas tank. Like I said, nothing's hitting the ground. The lines don't look bad. I think it's something up there, and that would make sense if it's an evap issue and it's not creating the vacuum that it likes to see in the gas tank. So that's one other issue. I'm also having issues with getting into high mode now. I believe the fluid's low again. It'll go if I'm going over bumps, it'll go into high mode, but if I'm not going over bumps, it won't, which makes me believe that the leaky shock on the left rear, if you saw my undercarriage video, has lost enough fluid for it to make it tough to get into high mode. So I think my solution is going to be eventually to eliminate the AHC system. I'm leaning towards the Iron Man oil shock, not the foam shock package, because I don't do a lot of extreme off-roading or anything like that. And I think I'm leaning towards that because it's not that much more than replacing it with OEM parts, and I like the way that it looks lifted, especially with the larger tires. I think it just looks a whole heck of a lot better. Makes it look a whole lot less suburban. Anyway, especially with the white paint, it needs to be jazzed up a little bit. After that, I had an issue over the winter where the battery was going dead, even though the battery is fairly new. If it sat for a while, and sometimes I would jump start it, and then all of a sudden the horn would go off. So I've since pulled the horn relay. I don't have a horn that works anymore. I gotta get that fixed before inspection time. But then I did some reading on the I Hate Mud forum, and it turns out that there's likely a leak on the A-pillar around the windshield. Like apparently rust likes to build up underneath where the windshield mounts to the vehicle. And I confirmed that because I took it through a car wash and had water drip on my left foot approximately where the A-pillar is, except in the floor area. So that does look like it is the problem. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix a leaky A-pillar, which doesn't sound like fun. It sounds like you need to find someone that takes the windshield out and then find someone to do body work. That's not good either. Also, the exhaust leak at the exhaust manifolds has gotten louder, or it's leaking somewhere else. I haven't had a chance to crawl underneath and find anything. Yeah, it's just one more thing. And then finally the brakes are starting to pulsate a little bit. I did the rear pads and rotors, not this past winter, but the winter before, so it leads me to believe that the front rotors are starting to warp. So I'm gonna have to replace those at some point. They're not really bad yet. And quite frankly, I don't drive it a whole bunch anymore since I got the Bolt. I really enjoy the power. I enjoy how quiet it is. That's one of the most remarkable parts about the EV experience. An Lexus LX470 is a relatively quiet vehicle. But you get to an EV and it doesn't even compare. It's so much quieter. No engine causing vibration and noise, and it's fantastic. But it won't blow through snowbanks or anything like that like this thing can. So nor can I do a Home Depot run like I'm doing right now with it. So other than that, we're looking okay. I'm probably gonna have to hunt down a mechanic to work on this, because quite frankly, with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old girls at home, and you know, a fleet of cars and 41-year-old house, or 2-year-old house now, that needs lots of little work and jobs and things like that. I don't really have time to do work on a car anymore, so I'm gonna have to find a tech that likes working on these around here. If anyone knows of anyone in Western New York that likes working on 100 Series Land Cruisers, leave a comment below. Like I said, when you get a chance, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It was good talking to everybody.